Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome back to the Talos Principle walkthrough. And where we had previously left off, we had played through World A2, and today we will be tackling A3, which has 4 sigils and 2 stars. Let us begin. Now, in the previous episode where we left off, we decided not to teleport twice because that was going to happen and that was actually kind of frightening. We only verified half of our certification program, meaning that half of us is still not human according to this computer, so now we need to do round 2, and let us begin with the volley of questions. Since all human beings are persons and some human beings have psychological capacities similar to animals, some animals are therefore persons. I don't really know. I honestly disagree on that one. Person is under no authority other than that to which they consent. I agree. Your input has been accepted. The quality of life of persons ought to be maximized. Agreed. Values discovered. Agreed. I suppose so. I do like how he types that instead. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. I agree. The liberty of people ought to be... nah. No. Value is created. No, it is discovered, in my opinion. And that is all of the questions for the certification process, and we will return to this computer after we could do all the puzzles, but of course, we have to open up these documents and quickly glance over all of them, such as team leads, which has a bunch of people listed in and a few more hexadecimals. Lots of hexadecimals in this game, which is kind of annoying, but as long as you know how to translate them, or if you have like an online translator, then maybe you'll get something out of it. But it doesn't matter, because we have more stuff in our journal, and now it is time to do some puzzles, and we're going to start off with this one, which actually does have a star inside, if I recall correctly, so we shall start off with a bit tied up, which involves quite a lot of jabbers, actually. You can already see a bit of a conundrum right here. We have this jammer jamming the mine, this jammer jamming the minigun, but thankfully a third jammer has come to our aid. So first of all, you get that one to jam the mine, and then you get this one to jam the minigun turret so that way this one can be taken away. And I want to be sure to do this in the correct order so that way I don't end up doing something horribly wrong. You take this one, you run with it, and you jam this door so that way you can take 2 jammers on your adventure with you. Oh, and one thing I nearly forgot, that's actually kind of important about this particular puzzle, is that that minigun turret can be disposed of permanently. Like so, and you don't have to worry about that incessant beeping noise any longer, thankfully. I think what I'm actually going to do is jam this from out here, for a reason which will soon be revealed, but for now, I'll let you revel in the mystery of it all as I take this jammer with me, and get this star right over here, and then this sigil right over here. And that was pretty much the whole reason as to why this jammer was placed over here, to hold that minigun in place so that way it would not shoot us into a million pieces, because that would be a little bit awful. You might say we would probably be dead after that. But what am I talking about? This is a video game. If you get shot with bullets, it's fine. It's merely a flesh wound. You'll just heal over time. It doesn't really matter in the end, does it? Right. So for this puzzle, we do have, I believe, yes, we have 2 jammers, but we need a set of keys first of all. So we're just gonna let that mine wander off on its own business because we need not disturb it for the time being. Pick up these keys and then maybe see if I can sneak by real quickly and open this door. It's all the way over here, but I was running in the opposite direction, like the silly Billy I am. Jam this mine properly, otherwise if I pick this up I would just explode. And I think I'm gonna let that mine just pass by for the time being. For now, this jammer is coming with me. We have some very important uses for these jammers, one of which is to get that one to stop making noise, and one to jam that minigun turret, and we'll take this one momentarily. Again, the value of patience comes into play as we watch a mine roll by on its infinite pathfinding, and we pick up the sigil in the end. Pretty basic, straightforward stuff. You might have noticed too, again, as I mentioned earlier, there are 2 stars in this place. I was going after the first one inside the puzzle because, well, any star that is inside the puzzle, I think that's worth going after as long as you're there in the first place, unless it involves some sort of outer communication with a different puzzle, which I believe is introduced eventually. These things, the puzzles kinda do get a bit complex, especially with some of the stars, and you'll see fine examples of that eventually, much later on. Since this is pretty much the beginning phase, however, we get some of the really basic stuff to work off of. And one of the first basics is finding keys. You can find a set of keys over here. It was that easy. We didn't even have to evade any mines in that situation, because now we can open up this door, and, well, this wall here just kind of becomes irrelevant. Then you use that jammer to jam that minigun to get a second jammer, this jammer's brother in particular, and then you have to bring both of them with you, so that way you can jam this minigun turret and open up this door, climb a ladder, and escape from this treacherous maze. And look at that, we already got 3 out of 4 puzzles done. And there's actually a recording over there. Like this, when I was doing a test playthrough, this was the first time I actually saw this recording. I was like, huh, how about that? That guy exists. And, well, he's gone now. But honestly, that really genuinely surprised me when I first saw that. I thought I was the only one here. But no, there was a recording from an Echoes Past a while ago. And this is technically where this thing is introduced.
If you get stuck in a puzzle, which I'm sure you will, these altars can help you. But you have to unlock them first. Good luck with that. It's like an inception of puzzles. You have to solve the puzzle to get a hint at how to solve a puzzle.
And, well, Sam pretty much said it better than I could. Basically explained, there are a couple of hidden worlds, which, I'm not even, bleh. You unlock certain things to get you hints, but I'm not really gonna try spoiling it for the time being. You'll see what it is eventually, I think it's just fair to say. But for now, we're gonna focus on the puzzle. That puzzle being, we have to take this jammer from up on this ledge. You can basically pick up anything that's on the bottom ledge, sort of like that. And, well, it's really convenient. Especially if you get stuck in little places like this. I sort of briefly forgot about that on my test playthrough, but don't worry. It occurred to me in due time. So fret not. I know exactly how to play this game, because I'm doing a walkthrough of it. Obviously, I am a professional Talos Principle player, who obviously uses all the best cunning strategies, such as, well, looking up what secrets are and how to, like, actually get them. yeah, that's exactly what professionals do, right? I'm not looking up walkthroughs or anything, this is all committed to memory. You just, I don't have any visual evidence of that, but hey, you can trust me on this one. Trust me, I am a YouTuber? Yes, I'm a YouTuber. So, it all makes sense to me. It should make more sense to you, eventually. This is another case of causing the mine to detonate in front of a minigun turret, but we also have to sort of be back here so that way we can open the door and not jam the mine itself, because that would be slightly hindering to our progress, you might say, because then the minigun would probably still shoot us. We didn't even need to seek counsel for this one, and, well, yeah, we got everything in this world. But yeah, I never really bothered trying to get hints for any of the puzzles in this game. There is an achievement you could get for doing that, but I haven't really bothered with it yet. Maybe I'll go ahead and get that achievement at some point. I think it really just involves just seeking counsel once, and then, hey, there you go. Computer terminal wants to talk to us. Our profile has now been generated. Let's download the profile and learn a bit more about all our privileges. So what were the conflicts? We provided an objective response when asked for a subjective one. We provided a particular account of personhood but was uncomfortable with its implications, and we denied moral authority but defended moral claims. What's my psychological profile? You may already be criticizing your own performance, but it's clear you understand how the world of ideas affects you, even if you are sometimes weary with the realities and allow your preferences to dictate your beliefs. You have a great deal of unused capacity which you have not turned to your advantage. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside, but you pride yourself as an independent thinker and do not accept other statements without satisfactory proof. display my account privileges, and why not? I want to know what I'm privileged by. Due to outstanding notes on your account and despite displaying many of the characteristics of being a person, you cannot be granted admin status at this time. So basically, administrators are only considered human, but we have basic account functionalities, such as accessing the communications portal. Such as not accessing the communications portal. Let's log a Milton Library Assistant support ticket. And he's not able to assist us. Arrgh. A support ticket has been generated and appended to your profile. That's very good. And that's basically all we can do with this computer terminal. It's a little bit more story-related stuff and more self-discovery of what it means to be a human robot, I suppose. Before we leave, there is one star that is yet to be discovered. There's a QR code right here. An unreadable one. However, if you do have a phone, or if you have the internet like me, then I happen to write this down on a note. And it says, the eagle has landed, hexadecimal numbers in the middle, and then it says, and now is the time of tranquility, and I shall rest and observe the earth, by Uriel 4. Now, if you translate the hexadecimal numbers, it gives you a date, which is, I think, the date of the moon landing. If I recall correctly, it's 1969 07 20, I think that's, yeah, 20. And the date time was 2018. And those are all coordinates, but what's relevant about this, and this is honestly one of the more cryptic secrets, is that if you go to translate this, you might be punching numbers into all these pillars for a while. So there are pillars which go up to, I believe it's either 20 or 24, should be able to recognize it from over here. Yeah, it goes up to 24, basically all the hours of the day. And, the numbers you have to punch in are the month and the specific day of the moon landing, actually. Which is, you know, just hear me out on this one, it's pretty important. So, you have to punch in number 7, which is over here, yes. These are all in Roman numerals, so if you don't understand Roman numerals, well, you're gonna have a difficult time with this one. And you probably already had a difficult enough time actually translating all of this stuff, but you go 7 and 20. That would be the month and the date of the moon landing, and that starts to drain the water. And we're gonna stand over here because this particular spot is where the secret is actually revealed. And thinking about it, you could probably actually just see the outline of the secret right here. Yeah, like the floor panel just suddenly lowering and moving. Yeah, I thought you'd never be able to notice that before, but I just don't look at these things very often, do I? Anyway, here's the star. And there you go. That would be the end of World A3. But yeah, that secret is nastily cryptic if you just don't even bother to, like, actually research what hexadecimal numbers mean. Hexadecimal. I said that, didn't I? It's hexadecimal. I do apologize for my blunder in my ways. There's also a clock here, which actually does move very slowly, I believe. That's kind of entertaining. But we're not here to look at that. We're here to leave this place. But we're not going to finish the video just yet, because there is one thing which we can unlock, which is this object right here, which is fairly important. And what this is a certain device. I already failed at that puzzle already, but there you go. A certain little device which will allow us to use it in further upcoming puzzles. And I believe this is the reflector. And that's pretty cool, because you get to see a spinning animation.
Hey, you got the thing. I bet you feel real proud of yourself, huh? You made a few lucky guesses. Don't let it go to your head. We've just barely got started. You've still got a long way to go. You're gonna trip and fall on your face soon enough, and I'm gonna laugh.
I really just wanted to do that so that way I could hear Sam talk a bit more, because he doesn't really talk that much in World 3, but that's gonna be the end of this video. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.